YouTube, how are we doing today, my friends? As always, this is your dude, this is your guy, this is your big bro Sig. We're playing Thaumcraft 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count them on your fingers, count them on your toes. Thaumcraft 5. We did some stuff last time. In between episodes, did a little bit of stuff. Did a lot of stuff not in this world, to tell you the truth, because I already had enough flux enough flux in this area. Oh, look, it's gone now. Interesting. Well, maybe it's not gone. Let's go check. We'd made a lot of flux in the area. Oh, look at that. It's healed somehow. Okay, well that's good to know. That is very interesting, because I thought it was going to linger, but apparently the land has healed itself. Maybe those silverwood trees had something to do with it. I don't know. That is very peculiar. Let's go over and check this node real fast. We're going to check our nodes, because I want to show you guys. Oh, look, there's some vitellum right here. Interesting. I wonder if the silverwood tree absorbed it, or like brought it over, because there shouldn't be anything over here. I did my alchemy over there. Interesting. I want to get a taint shard so I can watch it and track it. I'm guessing that's why the silverwood tree maybe pulled it away. So this thing's water at the moment, the unstabling thing. This boy over there is still air, and I currently have the air up in that scanner so you can see how bad the air. See, it's up to 75 now. I'm guessing that thing's just going to keep taking air until there's no air left around here, which kind of stinks. I don't know how to get rid of those hungry nodes. There might be a way later on, as in like a later update or something. I didn't start my timer. There we go. This time we're gonna delve into alchemy. Okay, I've unlocked pretty much everything in the alchemy tree because I wanted to see if there was a way to reduce the flux that is caused when we harvest Essentia, right? So the Essentia distillation, we have the schmeltery here. Very different crafting recipe. It requires brass plates, which we can get from Thaumcraft. We can get brass through Thaumcraft now. Under magical metallurgy, we take a iron ingot with 1 water and 1 potentia, and it'll make brass, which we use to make these plates, which we use to make all these little tools and stuff. So the first smeltery, the very first one, real quick, it says the process isn't very efficient, and a small amount of Essentia converted into flux roughly 20% of the time. So that means that if we had 5 dirt, one of these dirt is going to cause 2 flux to escape into the world, which is not necessarily a good thing per se. Here, this is the shard I was talking about. You could see, and this area is kind of getting depleted. This, I think, is up from the last time, or it is slowly shifting and replenishing our area as we craft stuff. One of the other things that I've crafted and we're going to test out today, as well as the schmeltery and the new alembic. It's just got a different graphic, but functions the same way. We are going to mess with these improved distillation things. It's an auxiliary slurry pump. So we can get more Essentia, we can get it out faster. Now we can also add bellows to speed up that process, as well as using different kinds of fuel. So I've got a bunch of, actually let's take that right now. This is how you craft it. Filter tubes. I'm not a big fan of the tubes and stuff, to be honest. I am used to throwing it into warded jars until I get it set up on AE2. So for now, we're going to do jars, and hopefully in the future we can just pump it right into a computer system like in applied energistics. That'd be awesome, awesome, awesome. So to combat the fact that I don't want to get fluxy flux, you know, all over the air and live in a tainted biome, because that's very crappy to do. I set up a little place in the nether because I figured, hey, if the nether gets tainted, it's already a bad place. I mean, we can make it worse. Like, why not? These little things right here, these are adjustable bags. This is from the adjustable chest, or better chest mod, that's made by Aroma in 1997, the Aroma backup, or like the mining world. We added that because I don't have any kind of way to store stuff when I go out and travel yet. There's a mod called it's just called backpacks that there's no way to upgrade them, so you were stuck with this one thing. These ones were upgradable, and I like that. There's a bunch of other cool stuff in this mod, but I'm just using it for the bags at the moment. The other thing I added Antique Atlas. It's a book with a compass, and you get this atlas, and it makes a map. And it's kind of cool looking. Oh, it's loaded now. Good. Before it wasn't loading. Oh, and it automatically put my nether portal there. That's kind of cool. So what this does is, it's a very limited map. I can't teleport around on or anything like that. It gives us rough ideas of what the biomes are around us in a nice kind of cool little map. It's like an old-timey map thing. There's our cursor, and we could put little notes for different things. So obviously there's a sunflower forest or whatever over there, dark forest, or roofed forest. This looks like swamp, maybe? Nope, that's not swamp. No, it is swamp, because I think that's swamp right here. See where the water and the trees and stuff like that. So this is kind of a cool little mod. Probably not too resource intensive, and it helps me so I don't get lost. Let's pop into the nether. Let's cook up some stuff. What do we want to cook up? Oh, interesting. So rotten flesh has life in it now. Let's cook up some rotten flesh. That's going to be something good to cook up. What else? We're going to need a lot of different things cooked up. We'll take seeds too. Let's cook up seeds. I got us some seeds. And we'll show you the process how this all is going to work. And I didn't even get any coal. I need coal. I need something to melt it up. There we go. Coal. That'll work. Now if we use... What's this stuff called? Aluminum elementum. This stuff will make it... If you use that, it'll go like the fastest. Like if you're like in a rush, boom, throw some aluminum in there, boom, pow, pow. My nether, this is probably one of the most unlucky or lucky kind of starts that I think I've had. This, whatever I'm standing on here, it's like 1 block high, and it's just above a giant lake of lava. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know what? Teach his own, teach his own. We're going to come this way, and this is very dangerous. I do not recommend this. Don't try this at home. We want to come over here. In the nether has auras too, just like in the overworld. So I figured, you know what? I'll mess with the auras in the nether, and then if I need to, if it gets too bad or gets crazy and all that stuff, I can always reset the nether. It's a little bit harder to reset the overworld. I've got a little bit of flux in here because I was doing some stuff in here. Can I take that lava from there? No. Okay. Let's take that. I think I've got niter that I had made. I had tested out some stuff in here to make sure you see. Now the niter nitor, it is, we can color it. There's different colors. Same recipe, but it starts out as yellow, which we will show real quick. So it gives us yellow. Gives a little cool color. It's a little bit, that looks a little bit different than the old one, but we can now dye it. And so now, purple. And it kind of gives off a purpley kind of glow. That's kind of cool. I like that. Does this break? Yeah, it does. Good. Let's put, I like the purple one. Orange is actually my favorite color, but orange is the default color of the last one. Decoration-wise, that's going to be cool. We could put like green ones up and stuff like that. It should be pretty fun. Pretty fun. Pretty cool. Just a little decor change. You know, nothing too fancy schmancy. I don't have any water, do I? Oh, I'm so dumb. Nope, no water, but that's okay. So we're going to get our smeltery. Let's get some jars and all that stuff. And we're going to set up our smeltery in here. Same kind of interface as before. Now it has these little ports on the back, which we could do a bunch of arcane bellows, right? And those will speed up the process of it cooking it down and stuff. These slurry pumps, we could stick 3 of them on there. Same thing. We just put the alum mix on top of this. And now it'll process and pull slurry out, go this way, pull slurry out, go that way. Hopefully this work. So let's put a coal in there. Let's try it without, real quick. Let's try it without the bellow. Get out of here, bellow. Oh crap, I thought that wasn't going to break and I was going to be upset. Alright, so without the bellow, rotten flesh. It's pretty quick, so let's do like 10 or 12. There we go. See, now check that out. See that purple smoke? That's the 20% flux going into the air. There's 20% we lost. Pretty interesting. So now let's throw the bellow on there and see how fast this thing cooks up. Let's see. I don't know if it's much maybe it's faster. I don't know if it's keeping this up a little bit longer. We'll have to test. So look at all this flux going into the air, which is a little bit disturbing because that's just 20% every time. The only way to reduce that is by upgrading the smeltery here, right? There's a Thaumium Essentia one that's 85%, so we're losing 15%, and there's another one that we can get eventually that is 90% or 95%, I think. But that's some endgame stuff that we're not anywhere close to getting just yet. So I did this. I wanted to test some stuff because look at that. We got our secondary output of our slurry. Now, why are you not processing this stuff out? I'm guessing it's because it's full and it can't go into this one for some reason. Weird. Interesting. When I was testing it, they would go into all 3, like regardless. Very curious. So, let's find something that has a lot of stuff on it. Like this, right here. There's 12 different... See how you can't read it probably. There's 4... If I were to smelt this down, we get 4 metallum, 3 air, 3... I don't know what that... It used to be called lucrum. It's called something else now. And then 2 of the diamond thing. We're going to lose 2 of those, maybe 3 of those off the top. So it's a little bit different when we're trying to measure out our recipes. You're going to need to get a little bit more or a little bit less. The Essentia pipes, they're going to work still the same way. I don't have my what's it called, do I? No, I do not. Do I have what's called in here? Hold on. We're going to find it real quick. Where is it at? What? Oh, they're back at the crafting table. I took it all out of my inventory. Let me go grab the labels real quick, because we can actually put labels on these, so it will only take certain kinds in certain things. So let me grab labels and we'll be right back. Now what's strange is I just put a bunch of netherrack in here and it didn't pull out of these side 2 auxiliary slurry pumps for whatever reason. I wonder why they did that, because the whole point of these is so that it speeds up the process of breaking down the slurry. I wonder if I did something wrong. Maybe zoning in and out of the nether causes them not to register or something. Transferring dimensions. Let's try. Oh, I'm sorry, little friend. Let's take... Ooh. According to this, looked like there was some juice in there when I busted that. See? Huh. That's interesting. Because on my screen, it did not show there to be anything in there. So let's do this. Let's try again. Maybe it was a graphical error or something. Alright, let's grab some more netherrack. And let's see if it's gonna do it this time. Yeah, see, maybe it was just it might have been a bug. Oh. What's wrong, dude? Well, thanks for your free stuff. Get lost, meat. So one thing we can do, this is what I wanted to try. Let's go like that. Now we'll empty it out, because there's only a couple in there. Now only earth should go in there. And only fire should go in there. I think that's how this is going to work. If I take you... Alright, and then let's cook up... If we cook something else up in the slurry pot, cook up some... Oh, here, no, I'll cook up these. Let's cook up these things. So now this slurry should all go into this alembic over here. Yep. Look at that. Fancy schmancy. Now, I don't know if we can go... I don't think we can go from this directly to a pipe. But I know there's a thing called an arcane buffer, which we could use to process our stuff, and kind of, if there was something where we had a bunch of things that we needed to slurry up. This is going to be a lot of fun. I do like the new system. I mean, it's pretty similar to the old one, but look at how much flux we've generated in this area just from the little bit that we've smelted. Like, we barely have gotten 64 things, or 64, four warded jars full of Essentia, and we've generated quite a bit of flux in this area. If we would be in the overworld, it would be some nasty, nasty stuff. Now, there might already be things happening over here. Let's take a look. Maybe there is, and I just haven't seen it yet. Or, oop, hop, hop, hop. Because I don't know how flux... this is still biome hell, yeah. I don't know how flux is going to work in the nether. Hopefully we found a way around all the badness that exists. So now that we've got our alchemy, our Essentia distillation kind of thing going slowly but surely, now we can start crafting some of the cooler stuff. Next episode, we're going to work on infusion. We're going to craft up some Boots of the Traveler and probably some of the elemental tools, which I absolutely love, love, love. I'm curious to see if the crafting recipes and all that kind of stuff have changed. We're going to make this a little bit better. We'll have a better setup in here for all of our work. Let me show you this really quick too. This is one thing that I'm going to take the Humanist because that's not super important. So with the Crucible now, before we could throw stuff in, you just chuck it in like that. Now you can right click it and it will go in there. Now we're going to let this flux just dissolve. There was a thing that I saw where the compound stuff broke down into its base parts before diffusing, and this one didn't, but maybe that's something for another time. Look at it. Let's watch it just go away. Once we get a shard, we'll really be able to see what the levels are like. I'm having a lot of fun. Now that I have gotten this kind of stuff set up, we can start doing some of the fun crafting for some of the really cool thingies and stuff that's in the Thaumcraft. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for following me along on the journey. As always, until next time, I just finished recording and there was an update to Thaumcraft. And look what he added. Look what he added. He added something pretty cool that I just saw in the change log. Nope, not that. This right here. Pow! Auxiliary venting port. Remember I was saying, oh, it kind of sucks how fast the flux generates out. But this, we can vent it as steam, so we're not generating as much flux. Problem is, is I need a tainted shard. So we're going to try and go on a little venture and see if we can't find a tainted biome. And then next episode, if we got it, we will show you what that's all about. Until next time, keep on Minecrafting, Minecraft.